Well, hello everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Karynjean. If this is your first time here in the studio with us, welcome and I hope you enjoy it. So, what I'm going to do as my dog is downstairs, sounds like she's coughing up a hairball, is take you through what I've done offline. I've done a few things, so we're just gonna I'm just gonna go and take you through. I marked pages, I flagged pages like this that needed things done to them, and then I went ahead and did them. I did do a video, or tried to do video. Anyway, things got all cockamamie, and what do we have going on here? This is ripping out. Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to the sewing machine and fix this. Don't think I can fix it at the sewing machine. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand sew this, and I will do that. I'll do that off camera. You don't need to see me doing that. And I'm going to there. All right. That's hopefully will help stop the fraying. So, yeah, it's very bumpity. So we have this here pocket. Okay. Roll up my sleeves. I hope everybody's doing well. Today is the day after the Super Bowl. It's getting caught right there by that. Don't know why. And the Chiefs won it with 3 seconds left in overtime. It was a pretty good game. Well, it was kind of a sloppy game. They seemed to be well matched, but it was also a bit sloppy. I like this because of the color, but I'm still not sure about it because, so that might be something we need to think about. 3 seconds left in overtime. If you watch the game, if you know, you know, right? Let's stick that down there. We have this here. I've decided I'm not doing anything to the signature centers. I believe I did this little corner tuck and this. And this was taken from a greeting card that I had. This was the back of the greeting card. See the cute little butterfly? It was just a blank card. But I thought that could be a really cute thing to tuck. We just need to, made in the USA, looks like somebody on a wheelchair or something. Okay. So we need to like decorate that or something if we're going to use it. We have that with the pocket. This here. This, the journaling card. Remember, I wasn't keen about that big empty space there, but the journaling card looks good there and seems to fix that. We need to make more journaling cards and things, right? We do. I stuffed one of these pockets with something. This we did together. This is what I was doing on my own. First, I had done this one to put here on the pocket, but I had put way too many glossy accents on it, and it was just looking really sloppy. This is it dried. It looks better as it dried and smoothed out a bit. This is from Romans. I am convinced that neither life, nor death, nor angels, nor rulers, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate us from the love of God. It's one of my favorite verses. It's Romans 8:38, 39. They left some stuff out. That's perfectly fine. But this is kind words are like honey. I made my my honeycomb stuff again, except of course it's a little bit too dark. I would have liked it lighter. But anyway, and these are just different quotes about kindness. There's a bee. And here's a pocket, right? And it is gusseted. I think it's at like 1/8 of an inch gusset. It does have a tiny gusset in it, which is fine. But then I also just kind of distressed some masking tape and put that there too, to give it that little rough look. And here we have the verse from 1 John 4:12. If we love one another, God lives in us and his love is perfected in us, right? And the honey, and with some just bits of the burlappy thing and green and stuff. And And again, with the stencil to give it just a little bit of something in the background. So that's what I did. But then we also have this that we can put someplace. And I'm just trying to softly bend these back because I did mount it on foam tape. Because my idea was to like plop it in the middle up on foam tape and then have those just in the background. But that didn't work. Okay. So there's still this. I don't know if we did this together or not, quite honestly. I think we did. Maybe not. And a journaling card there. I don't remember. Do we want to throw something in the background here? Possibly. This is a very pale purple. We might throw some of those using that same leafy, viney stencil that we used here, you know, and some other places in the book. So again, signature center. Here. Oh, here. I printed this off. It's a quote from Rachel Held Evans, who died a few years ago. Very sad. Died very young. She was born in June of 81. She died May 4th, 2019. Prolific writer. And it's a lovely thing about questioning, always questioning. They said if I questioned a 6,000-year-old earth, I would question whether other parts of scripture should be read scientifically and historically. They were right, I did. They said that if I entertained the hope that those without access to the gospel might still be loved and saved by God, I would fall prey to the dangerous idea that God loves everyone, that there is nothing God won't do to reconcile all things to himself. They were right. I have. They said that if I looked for Jesus beyond the party line, I could end up voting for liberals. They were right. I do, sometimes. They said that if I listened to my gay and lesbian neighbors, if I made room for them in my church and in my life, I could let grace get out of hand. They were right. It has. And all this, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful thing about how she grew closer to God by using her brain, basically, questioning and not taking things literally. And so this was done a while ago. Anyway, that one, I love this page in its simplicity. Really, yeah, so that's it. So this brings us back to the end. So aside from where'd it go? These things don't stick for very long. I was looking at this. I still have to, I don't know, still figure that out. Now we can put this someplace in the book. Do we want to put it on? No, we don't want to put it there. Well, we might put it someplace in the book, or we might not. So we need journaling cards, and we need to figure out this. Now, this is going to be our last major page layout for this journal. I think I also went through and did some page edging, but I'm not sure. Okay, our last major page layout for this journal, and I have no idea. Seriously, guys, my mind is a complete kerplooey. It's a blank. We could put some page edging over here. Let's see what we have. Let me move cords out of the way as I try to pull out this. Now, this is in a couple places in the journal. Our butterflies. Because this is all nice and bright. No, I don't want that one. I'm going to go to our, purple drawer. here we go. This, like I said, this is one of my favorites. It's also the end of the roll. You know what we could do? We could make, as I try to, we could make, out of that napkin, we could make like a little washi tape. We can put it down onto, yeah, thin double-sided adhesive tape. We could do that. Here I am just trying to stuff at least one of these. Yes, bear with me as I organize. We're just basically trying to clean up. I'm not really organizing. I'm just trying to get them cleaned up. Now, a lot of these are directional. Ugh. A lot of them are directional. Okay, but I was saying making washi tape out of that, but we can also just use one of our grids, right? This is a pretty bright pink. Let's take a look and see. Oh, I need to keep an eye on the time as well. What do we think? Yeah, I like it. I like it enough. Is there something? Oh, I did say that my mind is not functioning this morning. I hope you all are doing well. We could try. We could try this. There's a little bit of blue over here, which is fine because we have blue over here, but now we're trying to pull like the purples. All right, so this is one option. Let's see, maybe a ribbon will give us a different option. This is a dark purple ribbon. Too dark. How about this pink ribbon? Do we have enough? Oh, it's also the ribbon that's down here. Well, why don't we use that? We could do that. And then we could put something over here. Okay, we're going to do that. We're not going to use the washi. We're going to use that and Sweet Toledo. Okay, how wide is this? 3/4 of an inch, thereabouts. We're going to use 1/2 inch double-sided adhesive. Let me snip that to, I need to clean off these scissors. They're pretty sticky, not cutting properly. Let me get something to put under here so I can see. Okay, it's 1/2 inch. I'm going to move it in just, oh, Sweet Toledo. Seriously? Seriously. All right, I was going to move it in just there. Okay. And maybe we can even put the green vine on top of it. That might work. Oh, gosh darn it. Look at that. This is fraying a little bit, so I'm going to cut it neatly there. Come on. There. Why is it not? I don't know, my friends. I don't know. And I said the vine. Yep, that looks good. That looks good. Remember, though, that we kept this out because I have this bit of shiny there. We could put that there down on top of it. I do like that. I like this. I'd like to use it. All right, that's what we're going to do. And this is 1 inch wide, so, and we might put the vine on top of that then. Let's take a look and see. But, oh, hello. It's not 1 inch wide. Okay. I'm going to cut this off because the part is not sticky. And I'm going to do it this way. Going to kind of more or less put this down there. And let's see. Okay. I just cut my nails yesterday, so. Trying to pull the piece of paper, the release paper up while leaving. Oh, the dog is whining. I might have to use Fabrifix for this, in which case yeah, the release, it's not sticking. It's not sticking to this. All right. So much for that. So much for that. We're gonna throw down a bead of Fabrifix. Right down the center here. And, all right, so there's Fabrifix. And then we will do this here. So I hope you're all doing well, if I haven't already said that. Things are moving forward here in our lives here in Pennsylvania. The VA has approved my full disability. Now it's just a matter of time before everything's brought up to date. So we are going to be moving forward with our moving plans. Yes, yes, yes. Getting closer to my daughter, hopefully by the summer. You know, it's going to take a little bit to get everything straightened out here. You know, get things. Now, I did put nail polish remover in this, but it's still... It's still gloppy, as you can see. If you can see how it's coming out all stringy. Now, Fabrifix and Fabri-Tac are not the same thing. They do have different consistencies, and this, quite honestly, might be a mixture of both. I did research on the manufacturer's website, and they specifically say how they are not the same thing, how they have different chemical. Okay, that looks lovely. That looks lovely. Now, what do we want to put over here? I'm thinking one of my paper flowers. Paper flowers. There we go. Now, this here is a dark one. It has gold. And we have the gold here, so I can put gold. Gold is not my favorite. I'm a silver person, even when it comes to my jewelry. I've always been a silver person, but look at the, okay, let's look at these greens. I haven't pulled out these greens at all. Okay. But let me just look at one more thing. Honestly. No, pink doesn't belong in there. Pink away. And I'm also going to pull out, I don't think I have any flat blues, but no, I do not. Okay, we're going to do those just like that. I'm going to cut a small piece of press and seal. Once I have these the way I want them, that looks good. press and seal them like so. It keeps everything, once you design it and get it laid out, it keeps everything in place. Okay, and we're gonna press it back down. And remove the press and seal. Let's grab an edge of it if we can. Ah, here it is. Thank you. And check to see that everything is glued. There. Okay, so there is that. Now, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this on by hand, and I will be back. Alrighty, I am back. It is later in the day, and I think where I left it was I was going to sew this on by hand, which I did. The reason why we're not having any problem with the one in the back is that that's about what, quarter to half an inch. It's not at the edge. This one was much closer to the edge. So I sewed it down by hand, made a messy job of it. And as I did that, because I was getting under here, this here was not glued down. So I was pushing up against that part of the cross and it cracked. Can you see? That white line is the crack. It came apart, which is perfectly fine. I sewed it on, threw some Fabrifix down there, and that's all done. And it should be fine. Now, we're still looking for, I'm still pondering this. But in the meanwhile, yes, we do need to do lots and lots of journaling cards. I don't think this has anything in it either. Nope. And it's not like we have to stuff every pocket, but it's fun to stuff things. This here, I had this in here, which is just a blank note card. Very, very old. I got it in high school or college. Very, very old. The color's right, but I just didn't like it. So I went through my drawer of all note cards. This is from the Dollar Tree. I thank God as I remember you. It's very pretty. We are going to make this a journaling card, right? I do love it. Beautiful sky. But I also have these here. Now, a pack, these are, and I'm pretty sure they're from Michael's, right? They're just blank note cards that we can cut in half and make journaling cards. And the same with these. This goes with the pad of paper I have. I have this beautiful watercolor paper, but they are thick enough. And then they're just beautiful colors that go with the watercolor paper. And like, see, this one here has, oh, there goes the dog, the gold, but not on the back. But with all of these, here's one. Well, this has nothing on the back. This one, this is the one I've decided I want to put here. So we're going to trim, open it up. We're going to, I'm just going to run this here down on the paper trimmer and just cut off that edge. Perfectly fine. And now we have two for the price of one. And I already know what I'm going to do with that. But this one here also, because we can use the back of this to, we'd have to cover the back of it with something, right? Use it as a base. There we go. So, oof. Now this one, I'm not going to do anything to this because it's quite beautiful. I might later on decide to do something with it, right? But I think it's quite beautiful as it is. It's a beautiful sky, honestly. Look at how beautiful that is. The blue, it's gorgeous. So we're going to take our tumbled glass. I have a large rag here because my other rags, after doing which I did not video, but after doing the honeycomb, I made a huge mess. So, so tumbled glass here along the edge of this. And we could put a tab or like a little ribbon or something on it, you know. Down here we could put a couple of small paper flowers. We can decorate it, right? Well, actually, make sure it's on the other side too. Like so. Just to give it a little color. On the other side. There we go. And let's find some place to put it. Now, a good place to put it would be here, right? Because of all the colors. Is it going to fit? Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. All right. But we're going to put it there because I think that's the perfect place for it. So I am going to trim it down just a, I'm going to have to re-round the corners, just a hair on the top, about 1/8 of an inch, and a hair on the bottom, about 1/8 of an inch. There we go. It'll fit. Yep. So we're not going to put anything on it now, because otherwise we're not going to get it in there. Okay, we're going to re-round the corners. Oh, so yes, it's later in the day. Now it's, I don't know, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had groceries delivered, and part of the groceries that I had delivered, I'll keep that out, was a nice eye round. I haven't had a roast beef in a very long time, so that's what I had for lunch. I stuck that in the oven with some onions and cut up potatoes. And it was quite delicious, let me tell you. And I have a lot left over. I didn't eat that much of it, probably because, all right, here we go. No judgment. I ordered, sugar wafers are my downfall. Well, I have a lot of, sugar is my downfall. Let's just put it that way. I'm addicted. I am addicted to sugar. And I like the Maria cookies, just like the little wafer. They're not wafers. They're just the plain little cookies, which I can find when I'm actually in the store shopping, but I can't find when I'm shopping online. Anyway, but Goya, which makes the Maria cookies, also makes dulce de leche wafers, like sugar wafers. So I ate a pack of those as I was waiting for my roast beef to cook. Quite delicious, quite delicious. There we go. All right, so we have that there. Now we're going to go back to this here. And my idea, wrong one, is to fold this in half. I should probably score it. Where's the half? It's measuring 5 1/2, so 2 3/4, 2 3/4, right there, right there. Oh, that looks rather sloppy. So now I'm going to take it to the trimmer and even all that out, because I think it'll fit in there nicely, right? Like so. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, let's get the trimmer back over here. Ow. I need this trimmer, but smaller. I think I've said that already. Or I just need this whole setup to be better, because there really is no room in front of me. All right. So we're going to use the fold as the straight edge. Cut it like that. Now there. And we're going to use the fold as the straight edge. Get there. Okay. And now we're going to go there. So the weather is absolutely crazy. It's a high of 60 degrees today. And then starting at 3 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we have a winter weather advisory. So, I don't know, you guys. You tell me what the heck's going on in the world. All this global warming. Oh, heavens. Yeah, now, we can put paper in here. What are we going to do with that? I don't think I have any. Well, hold on. So we can put, should we put a sticker down there? How about of this bird right here? The cardinal. Let's see. Do we want to fussy cut out? Do we want to take the white edge off of that? I think we might, if we can. I don't know if it'll work or not. And as I'm doing this, of course, I'm saying, oh, well, I should have put something underneath it to ground it, like a little bit of green something or other. He is very much the same color as that, which is actually kind of nice. Look at this. See, here's the card, and then here's him. It's just like right along the same line. Cool. Okay. All right, but so we don't have to do it. We're going to leave that as it is until we figure out what else, if anything, we want to do with it. Should we put a bird, or do we want to just keep it this simple? I'm looking for my birds. We have these birds, the doves, and we have the small birds. I realize it's going to look a little holographic to you. That might be too big. Here, I'll show you. Let me flip that upside down. Like that. It's the wrong color blue. I can always make it the right color blue, right? I could use the ink and... Actually, I think I have a scrap paper over here with it already on. There. Do that. Or I'm thinking size. I'm thinking one of our smaller birds now. Silver, not the dark ones. A lot of here. A light color bird. Oops. And again, I could just cut more out. Let's see. Pull this down, make sure you guys are getting that. Not that one. That one you can hardly see. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to put these little guys away, put you away, and This is thick cardstock. So, whoops. Okay. I don't know if we want to put the birds. All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to put that there. And then we're going to hit it with, oh, not glossy accents. We're going to hit it with something. Actually, as I'm doing this, what I could have done is just, although that would have been a mess too, using just a few layers of embossing powder on it. As opposed to glossy accents. I will show you. Excuse me. This here is a few layers of embossing powder, and this is, okay, here. Keeping my page. The top one is glossy accents, and the bottom one is a few layers of embossing powder. The glossy accents one, because it was wet, has curled, you know, the ends have curled in, but it's also thicker, right? And you can tell it's just thicker. The embossing powder one, I mean, it looks fine. It does give a little bit of a different finish. All I'm saying. Now we can use, seeing as how I do not want to use, hopefully we'll put a little bit of crystal glaze on this, and we're going to set this aside and we'll work on journaling cards. Let's see. Okay. Now I'm just put a dot down in the center, and I'm simply dragging it over with the tip. Excuse my head, I need to get a good close look at that. Because I don't want it to, I want it to stay on the bird, and I just want it to give the bird some shine so the bird pops a little bit more, right? This is the end of part 1 of this video. Stay tuned for part 2.